Welcome to Surpass. We're a global software development company based just north of Bradford at Salts Mill in Shipley. We also have a US office in Pennsylvania. The main focus of our company is developing our software, which is also called Surpass. This is an assessment platform which awarding bodies use to design, create and deliver on-screen tests. Surpass is used to deliver millions of tests in schools, universities and organisations across the world. The candidates that take the tests are from all walks of life: students, lawyers, accountants, doctors, engineers. But we help them all better their lives by assessing their knowledge in their subject areas. As well as developing software, we also provide services that support exam delivery. There are just over 130 people that work at Surpass, and we have a hybrid approach to working, where we come into the office once a week to work alongside our teams and colleagues, and the rest of the time we work from home using Microsoft Teams to connect with each other. There are lots of different roles at Surpass, and although we are a tech business, not all our roles have a tech focus or require a tech background. However, one of the things that all roles have in common is our requirement for good soft skills. It's important that everyone is enthusiastic, adaptable, willing to learn and collaborative. Hi, I'm Sonia Whitworth. I'm co-CEO at Surpass and I head up the UK office. As co-CEO, I lead the board of directors with the other co-CEO who heads up the US office, and together we ensure that the organisation meets our strategic goals. When I started 20 years ago, there were only 17 people in the company, so there were loads of opportunities for identifying improvements, or just getting involved in all sorts of things that I could see needed to be done. So I was brought on as a project manager to deliver tech projects. After about 4 years I got made operations director, and then, as I said, continued to grow and adapt, and then I became the MD, and then now recently been made co-CEO. Okay, so enough about me. You're now going to hear from some of our other team members who are going to talk to you about their different roles at Surpass.
Hi, my name is Kerry and I work within the marketing team at Surpass as a creative designer. The marketing team work on what is the brand or the face of Surpass. So this is anything that someone might see if they go to our website or social media. My job specifically covers anything design related. So I designed and built our website, I create icons and graphics, I design print material like our brochures. If we go to industry events and exhibit, I'll design what the stand looks like. And I also do some animation and video work as well. I love my role as the things I work on are so varied, and there's a lot of freedom for me to work on so many different projects. I knew at school that I didn't want to do a solely tech-focused role. I loved IT and I loved art, so I think this job is just the perfect blend for me of design and tech. So for the design side of things, the sort of industry standard softwares that I use are the Adobe suite, so we're talking Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign. For animation and video editing, I use After Effects and Premiere Pro. And if you are interested in getting into web design, then you'll definitely want to start looking into the two main coding languages that make up a web page, which are HTML and CSS. And there are more advanced languages that you can also look into, like JavaScript and PHP. I find working in tech is really rewarding and really sought after as well. So things like web designer are always going to be sought after, since every company in the world needs a website. So ultimately our goal in the marketing team is to get our name and brand noticed by potential customers. And once these customers get in touch with us, they will speak to our business development team.
Hi, my name's Holly. I'm a bid writer in the business development team here at Surpass. I've always been interested in working in writing career-wise, and then went on to do English at uni as well. But I wanted something with a bit more variety and progression, which is why I discovered working in tech and ended up working as a bid writer in Surpass. Customers that are interested in our software and services ask us to submit a business plan, which is what we refer to as a bid, which is basically a very long document which highlights the whole business proposal plan, including pricing and details of how our software could work best for them. Since working in tech, I've learned that bid writing not only needs writing skills, but also incorporates a lot of transferable tech knowledge too. As part of the bidding process, companies might need new features added to our software, which would then go to the product management team for the features to be designed.
I'm Jim Gilmartin and I am a senior designer here at Surpass. So on a day-to-day basis, I mainly work as part of a product refinement team, or PRT as we call them. We will talk to the end users, find out what it is that they're wanting to be able to do with the product that maybe they're unable to do right now. After we've identified a new feature that we might want to develop, we will then move on to the prototyping stage. At that point, we'll create mock-ups of what the new feature will look and feel like and how it will function. We use software called Figma, which enables us to create quick, basic, interactive versions of our web pages that we can test offline. So design is made up of two main elements, which is UI and UX. UI, which is user interface, it's what it looks like, the colours that are used, that kind of thing. But UX is really, really important. UX is the user experience, and this is how the user interacts with the product. So this goes a lot deeper than just how it looks. This is how it functions. You can make a beautiful product which looks amazing, but if it doesn't function in a logical way, nobody's going to want to use it. So you don't need any kind of coding knowledge if you want it to be a UI designer. But it can be beneficial sometimes to have a knowledge of HTML and CSS, because sometimes you might want to just go off book and actually create a fully functioning web page that can be passed on to the developers. So if you think of software as having two main parts, it has a front end, that's the bit that the designers look after, that's how it looks and how it feels and how you interact with it. And then the second part is the back end. So this is the bit that the developers look after mainly, and where they write the code which really make things work.
My name is Saili Dombe and I am a solutions architect at Surpass. So I'm originally from India. I got my bachelor's degree in computer science in India, and then afterwards when I moved to UK, I started looking for a job, and then I ended up with Surpass getting a software developer role. As a software developer on daily basis, the very main thing or the important thing that we do is we get a feature, or when I say feature, it's basically a functionality that you have to develop in an application. So we get that, and as a developer, I basically use my coding skills to develop that into a working functionality. The coding languages that I used when I was a software developer were ASP.NET, C#, Knockout.js, AngularJS, and a lot of SQL. Once we have done the development, the testers are happy with the testing, and the product owner is happy with what we have developed or what the team has developed. Then the product owner demos that to the customer, like what the functionality has been developed. And once the customer is happy with that functionality that has been developed, that is released to the customer. So once the customer gets the product, and if they have any issues or problems with the functionality, then they get in touch with our support desk.
So my name is Jackie Smith and I'm the Service Desk and Application Support Manager. So the desk, they are managing our customer queries, so they will take emails, phone calls around issues that our customers are having. So if we've got a customer using the product and something isn't happening that they're expecting to happen, the desk will help them work through that. I think a common misconception about working for an IT company is the level of technical knowledge that you need depending on the role that you're doing. So I'm not technical really at all. I don't need to be for my role. I can bring lots of relevant skills to this job, to this business, and help others with their technical roles, but without having those skills myself. So when we do get somebody new into the business onto the service desk, it's a really good foundation point for them to understand other areas available to them within the business. When I'm recruiting for somebody on the service desk, I'm not always looking for somebody with loads of technical qualifications or even experience. What I'm looking for is a certain attitude. When I interview somebody, if they've got an interest in IT, you know, a lot of the people that do well in our team are online gamers, or they pull apart and put together PCs in their personal time. They've got a keen interest in IT. They might not have had a lot of experience, they've not got qualifications, but they understand how it all works, and I find that those kind of people have an intuition with troubleshooting IT issues. They understand how all the different elements talk to each other, and they just have really good troubleshooting skills, and it's not always something that is proven with a certificate or a qualification. That's not always what I'm looking for. So the service desk work with lots of other teams from within the business as well. As an example, as well as dealing with customer queries, we also deal with internal ones as well from our Surpass colleagues, many of which end up going to the IT support team to look into.
So my name is Patrick Butlin. I'm an IT administrator at Surpass, started here in 2017, and I started at Surpass initially off a level 3 apprenticeship in IT. So straight out of college, immediately into an apprenticeship, into the IT team, where I've been ever since. So the workload for the IT department is quite varied. We look after everything from the on-site workstations, the on-site servers, the network in the building, and we also try and resolve any issues that pop up that are IT related. So IT was the only thing I was really interested in when I left secondary school, because it was the only thing that I really enjoyed doing. I felt like I could continue learning because it was always changing. You never sort of ran out of anything to learn or to do. The learning and the working at the same time was really good because it allowed me to sort of have practical experience doing stuff, being backed up by theoretical stuff that I'm learning in a training centre, which then was reinforced by vice versa. So it's sort of, they both sort of strengthen the other. So one of the other benefits of an apprenticeship or T-level is that because you're getting this hands-on experience while you're being trained up, you're also getting a real idea of how a business works, how the real world, apart from just outside of training in IT, actually operates.
One of the most important things to us at Surpass is to ensure that all of our colleagues have a great work-life balance, that they have flexibility, that we look after their mental health and well-being, and based on that we try really hard to consider the benefits that will suit that and support those types of things.
The best thing about working here at Surpass is, for a start, it's got a really great friendly environment, lots of friendly people, always someone there to chat and have a cup of tea with. Great flexible working, so you get to work from home an awful lot, which is nice.
Every year we have a summer day out and a Christmas party, which are tons of fun. And since we all work from home more often than not, it's really good to just meet up and catch up with people.
Everyone at Surpass, including the higher management, are very good. They really respect your opinions, they respect your work. I have experienced this very closely myself because I have got an opportunity to go up the ladder, and this has happened only because everyone in the company believed in what I could do, and they respected what I did, and they recognized my work and appreciated that. So I'm really grateful for that opportunity that I have got. So really thanks to everyone at Surpass who have believed in me.
We hope this video has given you some good ideas about the various tech roles out there for all types of people, no matter your age, gender or background. This sector is a great industry to go into. Not only is it sought after, it's varied, advancing, innovative and creative. So good luck out there, and maybe we will welcome you to Surpass one day.